sitting up late when I was a boy, listening to K-Wood with my dad. I remember picturing the game inside the radio. To win so bad. And I remember staying awake, excited half the night, after a big Kentucky win. And I remember fighting back tears when we lost. I still do every now and then, 'cause I bleed blue through and through. I was born and raised a wildcat. It's all I ever knew. I bleed blue through and through. I love my old Kentucky home. Let me tell you what I do. I bleed blue.
Bring us in there, Tim. Do it.
What's up, Wildcat Sports Talk? What's up, Big Blue Nation, guys? We've got a special show tonight, man. There's the song I Bleed Blue, best song ever wrote. Guys, we're excited for tonight, man. We've got Rodney Dent coming on, and hopefully that'll happen. And Rodney's a really busy man, but we're hoping to have him on tonight. And guys, I'm sure you've probably seen it earlier today. We've got Big Jon Hammons joining us, guys. We're gonna get an update on Big Jon and how he's doing. And Adam, man, like always, buddy, I'm excited to get on here and talk with you and talk to the rest of the Big Blue Nation. How are you doing tonight, Adam?
Man, I am just absolutely fantastic. It is going to be a great night. I'm kind of doing 15 things at once because running this show on this end, Tim, it's some work. I'm just here to tell you. So
I know, man.
We
I appreciate you.
We love doing it though, and that's what it's all about. So we thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And as I said, we've got Big Jon here. We got Big Jon, we got Rodney Dent, hopefully going to be in as well. So we're doing it all. We're doing it all. So we're excited about that. And as a matter of fact, buddy, you want to go ahead and bring on Big Jon? Let's do it.
Hey, why not? No further ado. Let's bring him on. Everybody wants to see Big.
What's up, Big Jon?
What's up, Big Jon?
I can't hear you, buddy. Are you on headphones? Can you hear him?
What's up, Big Jon? Can you hear us? Can't hear us?
Can't hear you at all. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can.
See what we got having some technical difficulties, but hopefully
you there?
We get those worked out real quick.
Oh, nope. Come on.
Come on.
Of course. Hold on.
Just hang in there, Jon. Hang in there.
I'll tell you what, Jon. This happens to Tim on a very rare occasion. What he usually has to do is go out and back in. Can you do that for me? All right. Do that real quick, all right? All right.
All right. Hopefully it works. Maybe he was in there too long or something.
I don't know. It happens every once in a while, though, but it's really weird. Like, you can't I can't explain it. So anyway, thank you for tuning into the show tonight. Big Jon will be here in just a moment, and we'll have him on. Like we said earlier, Rodney Dent. Let's see if this works. Can you hear us now, Jon? What in the world, man? I can't hear him at all.
I don't know, man.
I heard him earlier just fine when we tested this, and I could hear him. It's
okay. Let me go out.
It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. Hold on. All right, Jon, you there? Hold up. Let's try this. I'm gonna do a couple things. Nope, can't do that. All right, one. Okay. Now, what about now? Nothing. I still can't hear him. I can't hear him, Tim. I cannot hear him. I can't hear him at all.
Wow. Hey, just he can hear us.
Say
Tell
say
him to
something, John.
Keep going off and coming back on. Just keep trying.
Keep talk, John. Yeah, I can't hear him. Nothing. I tell you what. Of course, what a train wreck, right? Like, I mean, every single time we try to do something just different, well, Tim doing any kind of we can't have Tim like it won't be you. It's not you because I can hear you, you can hear me. So it's I'm trying to think. You're not muted, are you, on your end? Like you don't have anything muted or like there's nothing. So
I don't know. Maybe if he goes all the way out of it and then tries the link again, go into the link again.
Click all the way out. Like click all the way out, close all your stuff, reboot everything back up, and go back on the link that I sent you. Can you do that? All right.
Hey, man, I don't know. Like I said, it's happened to me a couple times. It's obviously not on purpose because we're looking forward to talking to Jon. Hopefully we'll get it worked out, guys. Stay with us. Be patient. I know one thing. Hey, Adam, I know one thing. Jon won't stop trying. He'll stick with it.
Yeah, he will. He'll get it going. So we have a matchup now that we have all these people that are watching. I hear you. I see you. All right. Here's the thing. We need you guys to be a part of the show. So this is important tonight because you have a really, really important task at hand. I need you to vote for me because we got to put one more player into the Elite Eight. And it's going to be between Dan Issel and Darius Miller. Tim, go.
Hey, remind them what we're doing. You know, NCAA bracket, but it's Kentucky basketball player style. You know, we started out with 64, and we've been voting them down till we come down to the Elite Eight. And man, all you got to do is just vote for your player. And remember, guys, the criteria. It's not who scored the most points. It ain't who was the best basketball player. It is who you like the most. Just who you liked. Why you want to vote them through. Just vote them through. Okay, which matchup do you want me to vote on now, Adam?
Well, we're going to go Dan Issel or Darius Miller. Got a lot for Issel already, so keep them coming. 1 second. Let's see. Come on. Fingers crossed. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
there we go.
There we go. What's up, Big Jon?
What's up, Tim?
Hey, man, long time no see, brother.
Long time, brother. How you been?
Hey, man, you got a beautiful sunset behind you there, man.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm out here looking. I'm out here near my truck. So.
Hey, Jon, are you staying safe, brother, during this time?
I am, buddy. I've been playing a little Madden, a little MLB The Show. I've just been staying busy.
Man, I'm glad to see you doing good, Jon, man. We haven't talked in a little while, but I see you're working on some stuff and you're staying busy, man. And you know I've told everybody from the beginning, Jon, me and you're always going to be friends, and I support everything you do, man. I'm excited to have you on here and talk a little UK basketball and football, man.
Me too, man. I'm real excited.
So what do you think about this Johnny Juzang thing, man?
I don't know, man. At first, he's playing really good. I mean, he started, 2 games? And then all of a sudden, I was reading this morning, Matt Pilgrim had mentioned something that he was already ready to go in January, but the way he played at Tennessee and them other games didn't seem like he was really worried about leaving. I don't know what was going through his mind, but, being away from home that had a lot to do with it too, being away from his family, and you add the coronavirus to it, it kind of adds to the, why he transferred a little bit being away.
Hey, Jon, man, do you think the way he was coming on at the end, do you think if we would have been able to have the tournament and he would have had a good tournament, you know what I mean, and got a lot of minutes, do you think he would have stayed?
I think he would have. I think he'd have been a key point in the team, and I think, the way they came back against Florida, they was down 17 points, and I felt like they was coming on, and then you all of a sudden get to the tournament, and there was a lot of controversy, with the Ivy League canceling their tournament, and then everybody overreacted over it, but then they started canceling all these tournaments, and it just kind of doomed everything from the beginning. It just kind of set kind of puts you set in your sails where you just don't. You feel like, you know, if we had an opportunity to play in the NCAA tournament, we was probably one of the favorites in my opinion. I don't think nobody could have. You know, I look at it like this: there's 64 teams. Out of them 64 teams, I think we were still one of the top 5 teams in the country by the way we was playing.
Yeah, I can't argue with that, John, man. And another thing I wanted to say while you brought that up, you know, this coronavirus thing, man, it's got really scary. And I'm just at the beginning, you know, nobody knew what to think about it. And I know at the beginning you were kind of wondering if it was really that serious or not. But, man, this thing's got real serious, ain't it?
It has. It's got real serious. And the thing about it is, with this whole coronavirus is, you know, you got to stay in, keep your family safe. And another thing, too, is like a lot of it has to do with older folks with bad underlying issues. But we saw in a couple of articles that people that was 20, 30-year-old was dying. So it's nothing to play with right now.
Hey, Adam, what have you got for Big John today?
Hey, listen, first of all, I need to ask you, Darius Miller or Dan Issel?
I'm going with Dan Issel.
Yeah, well, he was the all-time leading scorer. I mean, I get it.
And he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
you can't.
It's not just you saying that. I think everybody's saying that. I think I've got Darius Miller's got about 2 votes on here, Tim. So I'm going to go ahead and put him into the Elite Eight, and then we'll talk a little bit about that. But moving on. But John, I think I speak for all of us here at Wildcat Sports Talking as well. I think I speak for Tim when I say, you know, we would like you to be a frequent contributor to the show.
I'm down with it, man. I mean, I'm free to do anything right now. I mean, we're in a quarantine right now, and we can't really do much. I mean, we're in a tight spot as a country right now. But I'd love to come on and just talk college hoops and college basketball with y'all. And now they're talking that I read an article this morning. If you read it, Adam, that the colleges are wanting to play college football this summer. And I don't think that's a very good idea.
Listen, there's a couple of reasons why that's not a good idea. I want to mention really quick, Tim. Dr. Mary Lou S. Head Dentistry is a proud sponsor of Wildcat Sports Talk. They are actually taking emergency patients, folks. So if you have any kind of like issue that you need to take care of and it needs to be done right now, you know, it's J.G. Wentworth. It's my money and I need it now. You get down there and talk to her, and they will get you all set up. They are great people, and so wanted to mention that. But listen, you mentioned that. You know, here's the thing. I Tim knows this, John, but I have season tickets. All right, I'm 5 rows from the field. I go to every game. A noon kickoff in July would be a disaster. I would not. I mean, I can't handle it in September, dude. It's too hot. There's no way I would deal with that in July. Forget that. And also, too, a lot of those players, like, you know this, but like if you go to the spring, you know, the blue-white scrimmage that they do, a lot of the players aren't on campus yet because they just simply they don't come until later on. And so then you'd have to ask them all to come. You'd have a whole why do that? And here's the thing. I think the likeliest of scenarios, and you can weigh in on this if you'd like, John, but I think the likeliest of scenarios is that college football gets canceled, and that's not going to be a popular thing.
It ain't. And here's my thing is they're wanting to, if they don't cancel it and they do postpone it, they have been talk of maybe, having 9 conference games to play and then having just a bowl game. But then you take away the pageantry of what college football really is. So here's my thing. You got a lot of TV contracts and you got a lot of TV things with these college football teams. It's going to make a mess. A lot of these NCAA guys have a lot to deal with in the next couple of months because they don't. I mean, Kurt Herbstreit said it best. I mean, why put them in a locker room when you expect maybe 5 or 6 to get tested positive for it and then they give it to somebody else? It's just going to be a big mess the next couple of months if we can get over this.
Yeah, for sure. So, folks, we want you to share this out with everyone. You can actually check us out on YouTube as well on Wildcat Sports Talk there on YouTube. We are streaming live right now on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. So we're just getting it out all over the place, Tim. So
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man.
We're everywhere.
Hey, I'm
Tim,
excited about
Tim
it, man.
still looks good on camera, man. He ain't missed a beat, man.
Well,
You
yeah,
talking
look.
about me?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
look. Yeah,
I was looking pretty rough the other day when I didn't shave in about a week and a half.
you should have seen him. It was rough, man.
This coronavirus, man, this quarantine's got me all messed up, John. Hey, John, how are you dealing with it, man?
Buddy, I've slept more than I wanted to the last couple of weeks. I've probably slept more. I've slept actually more now than I've slept ever in my entire life. And it's just been
Hey,
crazy,
let me
man.
ask you this, John. Have you gained any weight? Have you been eating a lot of tacos?
I've ate a little tacos. I've gained a little bit, but I'm pretty much the type of guy that if I eat, I pretty much fluctuate. I'm not going to be big. I'm always going to be a bigger guy, but I just fluctuate. Like I'll go from 320 to 311, then I'll go back to 320 again. It's not like I'm just going to add more weight to me.
Yeah.
Because
hey,
I'm just
John, what gets me, man, is the pop, man. When I drink too much pop, I get really, really big, man.
Pop's my biggest disaster.
Dude, look at this. I got a can right here. It's empty, and I'm working on number 2, man. I'm going to end up, man. I'm going to be as big as you guys before it's over with.
Hey, no, it'll never happen, Adam, because you're a little guy, man. You're a little petite guy. You ain't a big old boy like me and John.
I just want to say thank you to you all for letting me come on, and thank you to the fans of Big Blue Nation that's on here. I don't even know how many we've got because I can't see, but I just want them to know I love them and I appreciate them. And if they want to, they can follow me. I got a new page. It's just to keep up with news, you know. KSN, Kentucky Sports News. It's on Facebook. I'm just doing a little blogging right now, but other than that, I'm just having fun with it. I mean, I'm not trying to do nothing serious because there ain't nothing to do right now. I mean, there's just basically you're stuck without sports right now, and you're in a bad time frame with all this.
Well, now listen. This is the one thing that's really important. So, what are some of your favorite Netflix shows right now, John? I mean, listen. Tiger King is the craziest thing I have seen.
I haven't seen it yet.
I know you and Tim both are just ridiculous and won't watch it, but y'all need to sit and watch it. Tiger King is awesome.
I like the new. What's that one show they got? All American.
Watch right now.
It's some kind of all-American show. It's a football show. I don't know if it's in the sports section, but it's about a bunch of college athletes. It's really good. And I'm a big fan of Disney movies. I'm a Peter Pan type guy, man. I like the old stuff, man.
So what's your favorite Disney movie, John?
My favorite Disney movie? Probably The Lion King.
Lion King.
Why is that your favorite, though? Tell us a little bit more about why that's your favorite.
I like the Lion. I just like the Simba. I just like Simba. I just like how he overcome odds to be what he was, and you know everybody didn't think he could be king, and he ended up being the king, and he just he ended up taking over what his dad did, and you know a lot of people don't realize we can do that to everyday life. Like we might fail in life, but if we just push towards what we're doing, we can achieve something.
Hey, John, that's really good, man, and that's a good, serious view. That's a good, serious point. But you know me, whenever I'm talking to you, I always got to add a little humor. There's no way you can tell me Lion King without singing the song, man. You got to sing the Lion King song.
Which one?
Sing.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
No, sing. I just can't wait to be king.
I just can't wait to be king. Na, 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 na. That's my
What about Hakuna Matata?
Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful day.
Yeah, you know what.
Means no Wi-Fi.
It means no worries for the rest of my day.
You got a really good guy, Tim. You better stick with him. Webb's a good feller, man.
I appreciate that, man. Me and Adam's known each other for a long time, and he's like us, very passionate about UK sports, and I appreciate everything he does, man. And it's just a lot of fun. You know it, John. It's just a lot of fun talking UK, man.
Yeah, we've had a lot of memories, man. I could tell stories. Me and you went through when we was doing it, but that's not good for the air on the airwaves. So we'll keep that hidden what we went through.
Yeah,
As a
keep
team,
them
you know.
guessing. Keep them wondering.
We
We'll keep it wondering, yeah.
let me ask you, John, real quick. We had a segment the other night, and I thought it was a lot of fun. We were naming obscure basketball players, ones that are like just you wouldn't think of. And some of the ones that I came up with Rashad Caruth and Antoine Barber. So can you name one that would?
I came up with Preston LeMaster was one of mine.
Josh Carrier.
I forgot about Josh Carrier. Yeah, that's a good one.
And he actually played a little bit too, Josh did.
Yeah, he was a shooter.
He was. And I'll tell you another one, a lot of people forget about him is Michael Porter.
Michael Porter.
Michael Porter, man.
Yeah.
Dude, he was put in a tough position, Michael Porter.
Man, and he went down a bad road there, and God forgive him, but I don't know. Everybody put him down and stuff when he's at UK as a point guard, but what did Gillespie really have? He didn't have much. Yeah. I mean, when Gillespie got there, I was talking about something today about Patrick Patterson, and everybody should say, Patrick did this, did that, but he committed at Kentucky at a horrible time, and he picked Kentucky.
But did he though? Because his senior year, he ended up being on one of the best teams that, arguably, I'm going to tell you, they should have won it all that year. I don't know why they didn't, but they should have, because they had one of the. I would put the 2010 team up against the 96 team. There, I said it. I don't care, Tim. You can argue that all you want to, but I said it. So, whatever.
What the 2010 team didn't have? They didn't have a lot of shooters. They had Dotson, they had Bledsoe, but they needed one more streak. And
that's what took them out in the end. That's what ended their season was the outside shooting was pretty rough.
It was, and that team was loaded, man. You had Cousins, you had Wall, you had Bledsoe. Calipari, we could go down the line right now, and we could probably name half a dozen teams that could have won it all and didn't with Calipari.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, we are in the Elite Eight, and so we're going to do some of these matchups really quick, and we're going to see what you think, all right? You want to do that?
Okay, that sounds great.
All right.
Hey, Adam, let me stop you for a second. Bring John on with you, and let me step away for a minute, and I'll come back, and you and him can talk about this.
All right.
Thanks, man.
All right, so we got Davis and Cousins. What do you think?
Anthony Davis.
Okay. Let's see what our folks out there, they say. I'll go ahead and start voting, y'all. Davis or Cousins to move on into the Final Four. I know the easy answer is going to be Davis, like you said, but there is an argument for Cousins.
Yeah, Cousins was a bruiser in the paint. He was a really good rebounder, and a lot don't realize that he had a mean streak about him too. He was mean in the post, and I remember one year was the Louisville game that one of the Louisville guys tried to get him stirred up, and they almost had a fight break out. Cousins was a hard-nosed, really tough player under Calipari.
Man, everybody's going with Davis, and I get it. That matchup's tough. Here's the interesting thing about this Final Four. All but one of the matchups, the guys played together.
That's wild.
Well, actually two. Davis and Cousins didn't play together, but they were really close in time. Let's put it that way. But yeah, so the next one, these two did play together. And we just had one on the show last night. Jeff Shepard, or Derek Anderson?
Goodness gracious, that's really hard to think about. I would say I'm going to put Shepard.
I'm going to put him because he was the Final Four MVP. I know everybody's inclination is to pick Derek Anderson. I get that. He was great, but he didn't play in 97, and that's what knocked him out for me.
The injury kind of hurt him.
Yeah.
I believe if he'd have played, I believe they'd have won the national championship.
We got a lot of people voting Anderson. All these people, you all are only voting Anderson because Tim is a big Anderson homer, by the way. I know this. I see you. Yeah, see, Tim Beeson said, "Sorry, Tim Shepard." Exactly. Exactly. They all know.
But
and
I'll say this. I'm sorry. DA was a really good player, though.
oh my goodness, yeah.
Eric Anderson
I mean,
was maybe one of the best to ever come out of Kentucky.
So I got a couple for Shep. I got 3 for Anderson. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going with Shepard. You're going with Shepard. So Rex Chapman or Kenny Skywalker?
Goodness. Both were big leapers.
Yeah.
I'll let the fans decide on that one. I don't know who to pick.
I probably would go with Rex Chapman on that one just because I feel like Rex Chapman, I mean, they were both great. That's tough. I mean, that's tough for me. Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, like a lot of people are saying Walker, but I got a lot of people over here that are saying Chapman too. But I got man, it seems like there's a lot more for Walker. Yeah.
I would agree Chapman, but there's a little part of me in there that says Kenny Walker too.
Yeah. I'm trying to wait on we're waiting on Tim to come back so I can get his point of view. I'm gonna kind of see. Yeah, that's true. That is true. The NBA dunk contest champion with Kenny Walker.
Wouldn't they won for Rex Chapman if he wouldn't have missed the dunk?
So, John, you were saying that you go with Jeff Shepard over Derek Anderson, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I know, Tim. Here's my take on this.
All right.
They're playing the 97 championship. And I feel like that if he would have played and made a difference, he would have been in my top, in this bracket. But because he didn't get to that point, I feel like that Shepard deserves it because he got the most valuable player in 98.
Well, Anderson was there in 96 when they won the championship.
I'm talking about 97.
Yeah, 96. And see,
When he
that's
got
the
hurt.
deal. Without Anderson, look what happened.
They didn't win.
Well, okay.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
You can't use that. You can't use that same Michael Jordan BS on him. That's not going to work.
That works, man.
No.
With Anderson, we win a national championship. Without Anderson, we lose.
We still had an opportunity to win. We missed free throws. If you
exactly. Thank you.
Missed about 6 or 7 free throws.
I brought this up several times, but I don't think you've heard it, John. What other player in the nation has ever scored 2 points without playing 1 second?
I ain't never heard of one.
Derek Anderson.
Well, he brings that up constantly. I mean,
he's a Derek Anderson homer.
He is. And you know what? Let me tell you, he cried. He cried over Tayshaun Prince and Derek Anderson because on the show, there were more people for Prince than Anderson. But, of course, he cried about it, went and had him vote and everything else, and he got his way. So
he's going to die on that hill, ain't he?
Hey, at least I got him to the Elite Eight. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, so we are Chapman and Kenny Walker in a landslide on here, by the way.
No way.
I swear. I'm not even joking. I went for Chapman too, but we only had one Rex Chapman vote, and it was Daniel Allen Head. He said, "Sexy Rexy Chapman."
I like that. And they named the whole town after Rex Chapman. They started calling it Rexington.
Rexington. Okay.
If you remember correctly, it was the NBA dunk contest that Rex Chapman, if he hadn't missed the dunk or he hadn't blew the dunk, he'd have won the slam dunk championship.
I think you're right. Yeah, I
believe it was. I can't remember, but he had one dunk that would have tore the floor up, but he missed it or something, and he didn't win the slam dunk.
Rex Chapman introduced us to the 3-point line. He's the one that brought it to Lexington, man, and he would light it up. I love watching Rex Chapman play.
What about Roger Harden? What happened to him?
I mean,
get beat out?
Let's see. He got. Oh, that's right. He voted himself out.
He voted himself out, and he chose Sam Bowie.
He chose Sam Bowie over himself.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Good Lord.
Yeah, we gave it to him,
He
and he
might be
picked.
one of the best point guards.
Well, you know, he's a selfless guy. That's what he did. He voted for Sam Bowie, man.
Well, you know what? That means he's a really good point guard because he'd rather give it up to his teammate and let him go in for the dunk.
Yeah. But we love Roger Harden at Wildcat Sports Talk. We love him.
So we got Davis in the Final Four. We got Kenny Walker in the Final Four, and we're having a debate between Shepard and Anderson. It's pretty well deadlocked again.
Oh, is it?
Because you
You made
people,
me think that Shepard was running away with it.
Shepard's going to run away with it because I'm
No.
telling you, this ends this little reign of terror that you've got going on here, Tim. It's over.
All right, here. Let me give my spiel.
Final Four
guys,
MVP.
anybody
Final Four
that's
MVP.
watching? What?
Final Four MVP. Did we lose John?
He disappeared.
Hello,
John, there he is.
you still on there?
I'm here.
Man, he
Okay.
disappeared for a second.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know
here.
what happened.
I'm a magician.
John's doing magic tricks. Hey, guys, anybody that's tuned on here watching, Derek Anderson was unbelievable. Now, I know he got injured in '97, but Derek
Here we
Anderson
go.
was
He's going
Jordan.
down this hill right now. He's going to die right on it.
Yeah. Hey, Derek Anderson was Jordan-like, man. I mean, he moved like Jordan.
Stop.
I mean, he was
Stop.
unguardable. He could go left, he could go right,
Jordan.
and he could dunk it
Okay.
right in their
If that's
face,
the
man.
case, we might as well say LeBron's better than Jordan.
No,
Stop.
not even
We're not even going to talk about that.
LeBron ain't even in
Nope.
the same category. See, that's another thing. Derek Anderson was more like Jordan than LeBron.
Hey, does Rodney Dent have the link, or do I need to call him?
I sent him the link, man. I sent it to him, but maybe he's still working. Just give him a call, see if he answers.
He ain't going to answer me.
He'll answer. Maybe.
No, because you don't like.
If he does answer Adam, prank him and tell him it's some kind of insurance company.
You want me to do Elmo?
Yeah, do it.
I'm loves you, Rodney Dent. I'm wants to talk to Rodney Dent. Rodney Dent, girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please,
See if we can get him. Thing is if I do it this way, they can't hear you, or that you can't. Yeah, they can't hear you.
That's all right. It's not going to answer, is it?
This is Rodney. Leave a message.
Yeah. Yeah. No, ain't gonna answer. So
Hey,
Rodney Dent.
Hey, John. Hey, Big John, you liked that Elmo, didn't you?
I did. Does he do impressions?
Yeah, some. hey, do the other one. Do the other
you
one.
do Cleveland?
Yeah, do Cleveland.
That's nasty. Party over here.
I didn't know he could do stuff like that.
Yeah, you got to go longer.
What
gotta
do
go
you
longer.
got for us, Tim? You got impressions, Tim?
I don't really have any, man. I used to back years ago, but I've not practiced them. Have you got any, Big John?
I've tried. I fail in that department. I don't really know.
I can't do Donald Duck, Tim Beeson. That one's tough. That hurts my voice. I've tried over the years, but I just can't do that one.
Oh, man, I'm talking about the dang old sports talk show, man. I'm not talking about the dang old Big John, man, and Adam. I'm talking about the Kentucky ball, man.
Let me hear that Elmo one more time. You said.
Elmo, you want to hear Elmo? Elmo loves you, yeah. Elmo's pet goldfish, Dorothy, yeah. No, Elmo's won.
You know,
That's hilarious.
it's so funny when my kids were younger, I would do this. I would say,
Hey, Cameron, can you go get Elmo a soda out of the fridge? Yeah, Elmo loves Coke. Yeah.
And then when they would bring it to me,
Yay! You want Elmo a Coke! Yay!
Oh, my goodness.
That's hilarious, man.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is so good.
Oh,
yeah. So
I say your kids love that, don't they?
they do. They do. We really need to we need to get Rodney Dent. Is he? Did you text him, message him? What?
I messaged him and gave him the link, and then I messaged him and told him that if he couldn't get on the link, that we would call him. But
Okay.
then again, he said he might be working over. And
There,
John disappears.
there he goes again. That magic trick that he always been pulling.
John, what's up with the magic tricks?
I don't know. I just hit a button.
Hey, if you want to call in the show, guys, we're gonna open up the phone lines. Then, if that's the case, you can call in the show. Tim and them,
Yes,
they can't
call
hear.
in the show. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, ask us a question,
They
guys.
can't hear you, or you can't hear them, but they can hear you. So that'll be the way we'll do this. So
Hey,
if you want to
John,
call
look.
the show,
Hey,
we'll do
John,
it, and I'll answer it
we're
up.
like hey, John, look, it's like the Brady Bunch. Look up.
There's a story about a no.
You got to look down, John. You got to look down.
Yeah,
Over. There you go.
I gotta look at you all like. Yeah. So, give us the call 502-373-7565. You can get in on the show. You might even get an answer from Elmo. I don't know. It just depends on when he wants to come out.
You never know. That's the thing about it. He just comes out at unexpected times.
Yeah, you just never know when you're gonna get it.
Hey, John, I got something I want to ask you on a serious note.
What's that?
I heard you saying some stuff about who comes back and who stays. I don't see why Hagens would leave. Like, why would Hagens leave, and where would he go?
There was times during the season where I felt like Hagens, didn't want to be there. You could see it in his mind frame, the way he's playing. But
let me ask you. Hold on, John. I saw you post earlier that on the mock draft, Hagens is before Nick Richards.
Yeah, he is.
That is a load, man. Who decided that? I mean, I get it. He's a great defender, but I'm taking Nick Richards all day and twice on Sunday over Hagens.
I am too, especially because he's a big man. And
I mean,
bigs are hard to find in the pros. A real good big is what I'm trying to say.
Who's calling in here? Let's see who we got. Oh, never mind. They hung up on me.
So what was John saying?
Just saying that, Nick Richards is a big man. You take a big man all day long over Hagens. But anyway, you were talking about Ashton Hagens when I cut you off. Yes.
Oh yeah, some games, it just felt like he was bored out there in a way. Maybe that was just my way of thinking he was, but I don't know. I mean, if you get Quickly back, if you get Hagens back, and you lose only Richards out of all these guys, and you bring Montgomery, with what Kentucky's got coming in next year, I believe they got a chance to really actually win it all.
Hey, I think this is Rodney. I think I got Rodney here.
Is it Rodney?
Hey, you're live on Wildcat Sports Talk. I'm going to guess that this would be former UK legend Rodney Dent. Am I right?
The one and only.
The one and only. How you doing, sir?
Good, man. Y'all called me. I didn't get the call. I was in the bathroom. I looked up. I seen. I was like, wonder who is this?
Yeah. We've been trying to get you on video, man, so they can see your face.
Hey, we're going to have to figure something out, man. I got to give me another phone, man. My video is not working real too good on my phone.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. We got you on now. So how are you? How are you doing, Rodney?
I'm good. Right now, I'm at home. I still work, but long story short, I'm clean. keeping my distance.
That's good.
And
Yeah.
I'm cooking right now, though.
What are we having for dinner tonight, Mr.
Man,
Dent?
I'm having me some wings and some fries, man.
That's
wings and fries.
That sounds good. That sounds real good.
Man, I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. It's like a dagger in my heart, man. I can't even watch sports. Guess what I watched early today?
What's that?
I watched the Lakers versus the Celtics in the 80s. Some of the legendary watching, man. I was watching that, man.
Wow.
Man, I mean, we don't get nothing now, man. I mean, this virus is, I would like to say, please take this serious because it is serious.
Yeah. I mean, it's been tough because, sports, with it just being completely gone and ripped away from us like that, people want to get out, but that's the last thing you need to do right now. You probably just need to stay home and listen to what they say.
Exactly. I mean,
Tell Rodney I said what's up.
I mean, I understand that situation, but a lot of people don't understand it because a lot of people put themselves in in that place where they spent so much money on season tickets, tournament tickets, in NBA season tickets, playoff tickets. But I'm pretty sure the economy will get that money back. But I don't know. I'm not politics, so.
So the way we're doing this, Rodney, we're practicing social distancing, right? So I've got Tim on my video feed, but he can hear you. You just can't hear him. I've also got Jon Hammons on as well, and so they're both on the line. They both say what's up, and they may have a question.
They're my dudes.
There you go.
Hey, I asked Rodney if he wants to go back to Texas Roadhouse.
You want to go back to Texas Roadhouse? Says John. Are you there, Rodney? Yeah. John asked if you wanted to go back to Texas Roadhouse.
I want to go back to Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
I got a question for him, Adam.
Yeah. So Tim's got a question for you.
Don't take me to Taco Tuesday.
Don't take the Taco Tuesday. That's right. That's right.
That's John's favorite.
Tim's got a question for you, Rodney. I'm going to let him ask it, and then I'll relay it to you. Okay. So just hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I asked him if he's heard the story that Jeff Shepard told us about eating the moon pies. That Bill Kiteley stocked up on moon pies because of Rodney Moon Dent, and he stocked up on all those moon pies. And then Jeff Shepard ate them 5 years later. Ask him if he's heard that story.
Have you heard the story? Jeff Shepard told us a story about Kiteley stocking up on moon pies because of Rodney Moon Dent. And I guess apparently 5 years later, Jeff ate them. And he didn't know that moon pies were supposed to be soft. Yeah, he ate your moon pie.
Let me calculate up the money that he owed me to eat my moon pie. Kiteley got those things from me. I used to have one every night after the game. Even my road trip, I used to have me some moon pies.
That's awesome. Yeah, Jeff told us that story, and he said he just found them and was eating them, and they were real hard. And he said years later he had a moon pie and bit into it, and it was soft. And he's like, "Man, I thought they were supposed to be hard."
Nah, Jeff probably Kiteley had so many of those things, man. Kiteley, they don't tell us how long them things probably been in that office.
Well,
they could have been there like 2 years after I left.
Well, I live in Lawrenceburg, so Mr. Kiteley, rest in peace. He is buried right over in the cemetery, right over from me, and I've been over there several times, and it's a beautiful, beautiful headstone, by the way, if you've not seen it.
Oh man, I would love to go see that, man.
Yeah,
that'd be something. Because after the game, like if we rarely lost, but back when I was playing. Like if we did have a losing game that we should have won, I go back to the equipment. I go back to the equipment office. And I talk to Mr. Kiteley. He was like, fella, you win some, you lose some. Just learn when you lose, make sure you don't make that same mistake again.
That's good.
Now, that's
I got a
great,
question.
and I'll be like, Miss Golly, I passed on this one.
Yeah.
But long story short is that he always had a little phrase for me every time, though. When we win, he'd be like, great game, big fella, great game, great game. I like to play. I didn't play too well. I didn't have so many points. It's like, it ain't all about the points. It's all about you contribute and you did what you can do to help the team win. But I see you didn't have as many points, but you had 12 rebounds, 4 blocks, 2 steals. That's a win in my category. That was the guy used to tell me.
See, I love that. I love that because, you know, I've always said that's what the teams here lately, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the teams here lately have lacked a guy that can just go out there, and even if he just gets you 5 fouls, just go out and get me 5 fouls. That, I mean, just be a big man in the middle.
Exactly.
You know?
And the thing about it is that
What's going on? I can't hear nobody.
you had me. You had Jamel Martinez. You had Andre Riddick. And you had Amino Timberlake before he transferred. I mean, we had enough guys. We had Walter McCarty. So, I mean, when I went out with my injury, I had no doubt that, you know, I was so confident in the team that we was going to be okay. But without the presence of me coming in and sparking the team with a thunderous dunk or hellacious block shot or
Can't hear.
12 boards, I mean, you know, something, you know, that's irreplaceable. But the thing about it is, I just had so much confidence in our team back then. And,
Yeah.
you know, it was like poetry, man. It was like poetry.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I wanted to extend out something. I wanted to extend out something to you there for a second. And you know, you had mentioned that you'd like to see his stone. I will gladly come get you sometime and bring you over to it.
I'm gonna tell you what. I was off this weekend because I worked a double shift last weekend and weekend before that. So I'm off this weekend and I'm off next weekend. I'll be off next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Awesome.
So I'll be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If y'all want to make something happen, let's make it happen, man. I mean, because the state needs some kind of sport. They need something going on right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what we can do. I'll do that. I'll come. We'll try to set it up to where I can get over there, and we'll film something for the page, and me and you we'll go out and see this stone together. I love it. I think it's a really cool piece, and you need to see it if you haven't seen it.
I know, man. I mean, it's like I city is crying right now, man. We can't see no NCAA. We can't see nothing, man. And I understand, and it's for a good purpose. Because I mean, I want to see everybody healthy. I want to see everybody, you know. I want to see everybody, you know. I want to, you know.
Yeah.
The world is in a crisis right now, and some people really don't see that. But you got to understand, man. It's all for the best. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. So, yeah, well, we may set something up, and maybe I'll tell you what. You still shoot? You still shoot a little bit?
Last time I picked up a basketball, it was during a basketball camp. That was probably back in 2005.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness.
I got a question for him.
I told John and I told Tim that, you know, I broke my foot, man. My foot is still healing right now, so I probably really can't do much. I'm in a boot right now.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I was going to say maybe you and Tim
But I
can.
can still shoot free throws.
Oh, there you go.
I was a, I ain't gonna say a bad free throw shooter. I'll shoot maybe 63%.
Okay.
Maybe less than that.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, but anyway, I was going to see if these guys want to have any more questions for you, and I won't keep you much longer. And you've got my number now. My name's Adam, by the way, in case I don't know if you've ever actually met me before, but my name's Adam. And like I said, I live in Lawrenceburg, so I'm not real far from you. And we might be able to get up and do something more for the show for these people, man. They need it. Big Blue Nation needs it.
They need it, man. They need it, man. They need it, man. They need some. I mean, I don't care if we do a show where we show a couple old games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's do something.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's feel some excitement, man. We're like, oh man.
I'll tell you what. If I can find one of your old games, we'll show it.
Let me get in contact with some of my people. UK. Maybe I can get a game or something, a pull-up game or something. They can give me, and we can go from there, man.
Yeah, that would be great. And then maybe have you on, and you can just comment on everything that's going on.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I got a question.
Let's do that. Let's make this happen. Matter of fact, I get on the ball Monday morning because I don't let nobody. I hope somebody be in the offices. I don't know if they still at school. I don't know if they. I don't know if Calvin's still there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, right now, because school is out.
Yeah.
One's at school. So let me see what I can do. Either I can pull up something on YouTube or pull up something. I mean, we can go from there. Yeah,
that'd be awesome. I'm gonna let John ask a question here, and then we'll let you off. So hold on just 1 second, okay?
All right, I got you.
All right. Who was his favorite? He played in the 93 Final Four. Out of all them teams during the season, who was his favorite player besides the ones on Kentucky? Like, who was he watching during the season that if he kept up with it a little bit?
All right. So when you were playing, in 93 during the Final Four, what was your favorite player on another team?
Favorite player on another team during the Final Four or doing
anytime, really. Just anytime, really, during the tournament, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just who was the guy that you really
team, right?
Yeah, on another team.
I'd say my favorite player on another team would be, I would say, Allen Houston.
Allen Houston, that's a good answer. Yeah.
Yeah, man, he could shoot.
I love Allen Houston game, man. I followed him when he was at the Knicks and everything, man. I mean, Allen Houston, he was just that smooth. He was a smooth assassin. Quiet. Kill you with 40 or 30.
All right, one more thing here for you. Now, this one's from me, and I got you right here. What can you tell us a story about a time where you really were smack talking on the floor, like you were just sick of this guy, just tired of it, like giving him and you and him were going back and forth the whole game?
I never did too much trash talking because if you look at it, the games that we play, we either beat the shit out of you at the beginning of it or we beat the shit out of you at the end of it. So I didn't have much to say. You know what I mean?
That's very well said.
We either beat the shit out of you early or we beat the shit out of you in the middle of the game or we beat the shit out of you at the end of it. So it really, I never had no trash talk. Except for Michigan, Chris Webber said a couple of fruit things to me, but I laughed it off.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I like that. That's a good one.
Chris Webber ain't better than Rodney Dent, though, tell me.
Yeah, Chris Webber ain't better than Rodney Dent, John said. So there you go.
No.
He was a whole lot better than me. He was a marked man. He was already made to be a NBA player, so I had to prove myself.
Well, listen, Rodney, we're going to let you off here, and you've got my number now. Next week, get up with me, and we'll make something happen for these people.
I have a game Monday morning.
All right, that sounds great.
I have a game Monday morning, and I work Monday through Thursday, off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So let's pick one of those days, whatever we want to do. If we can sit there and we can go through it and we can watch.
That sounds fantastic. I look forward to it. Thank you.
All right.
Peace out, Rod. Peace out, bro.
All right. So that'll be
We coming back after this virus. We're gonna be super.
That's right.
All after this.
That's right.
The group of crews coming in, and we're gonna have a good time. So everybody stay clean, stay healthy. I mean, that you make, and God bless, and Rodney Dent love everybody. Let's get it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Man.
Rodney Dent, man.
That's awesome.
He always brings it.
And I'm really excited because he hasn't seen Kitely's tombstone. Everyone needs to see it.
I want to go. Man.
Everyone needs to see it. It's really awesome. We'll make it happen. What we can try to do, man, if we can set it up, is maybe I can come get you or something, Tim, and we can all go together and we'll go do this thing. John, thanks for coming on the show tonight, man.
Oh, you're welcome. I was just going to tell you, I got a thing popped up on my phone. If Big Blue Nation wants to go watch on the CBS Sports Network, they're showing right now the Notre Dame Kentucky 2015 regional final. And
okay,
that's a favorite game of mine, and that was the game where Carl Towns went crazy inside. So that'd be a game to watch if you're bored and you ain't got nothing to do.
All right, one more matchup. Dan Issel, Tony Delk. Now, I got a lot of people in here that have already voted Issel, so I'm just going to throw that out there. But Dan Issel or Tony Delk? Dan Issel, Tony Delk.
Tony Delk.
I got Tony Delk. I mean, I like Dan Issel.
I love Dan Issel because, first of all, if there's going to be a guy that's going to get the NBA to Kentucky, he's going to be the one to do it. A lot of people don't know that, but he's really pushing for that. So if it happens, you can thank your boy Dan Issel. But that said, I just remember, do you remember, let's get ready to rumble? Well, okay, those were the Tony Delk years, dang it. I mean, like, you'd hear that song come on, and it was like, 00 Tony Delk. Love it. Doesn't get any better than that.
I'd like to say something before I get off here. Just maybe touch on a little bit the recruiting class for next year.
Touch on it, John, real quick.
How they're going to be. I'm really excited. I watched a little bit Terrence Clark and BJ Boston last night, and Boston reminds me so much of Maxey, but he's a little bit bigger than Maxey, I think, and he scores a lot more than Maxey. But he can be that Maxey type guy. And, I was telling somebody today, if Quickly comes back and you get the mesh of these guys coming in, this could be Calipari's best team since 2015. They might have to platoon again.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. I look forward to it.
As much as Calipari don't want to platoon, he might have to platoon.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I look forward to seeing where all that talent shakes out, man. It's a good problem to have.
Hey, wouldn't you like to have about 10 or 12 guys like they did in 2015, just throw them out there and just dominate teams every night? I mean, we did that every single game until the Final Four, and I can't tell you how many times I blame Calipari for leaving the Harrison twins in during that time.
Yeah,
all right.
I feel the same way, man.
I really do.
So here's the thing. We've got one for Issel, one for Delk. And, well, if we count us, that's 4 for Delk. I'm going to allow our fans that are watching right now, which several more have tuned in, go ahead and vote. Dan Issel, Tony Delk. Only vote once, people, please. So, yeah, Dan Issel or Tony Delk. So, in any case, do that, please. And so what do you think about Shepard and Anderson? Because I'm here to tell you it was pretty much the dead heat once again.
Derek Anderson, in case you didn't write down my vote.
That's fine because there's 2 for Shepard on this already. So me and John going Shepard.
I'm going Shepard.
So that's fine.
You sit over in your corner and cry like a little baby.
Let me go over here and look up here real quick. Well, we've had a lot of comments tonight, y'all. That's good. Who do I have between Shea Alexander or Ashton Hagans? Well,
That's
I'm
an easy
taking
question.
Shea Alexander all day and twice on Sunday. So
He's in the NBA, and he's probably one of the best guards until it got shut down in the league.
y'all, Delk is in a landslide right now. Believe that.
We got an Anderson.
Upset City.
Adam Townsley said Anderson.
Delk. That's it. Yep. Oh, turn that down. Come on, man. Are you there? See now, hold on. See now, I can't hear him. So whatever he did, I can't hear him when he talks, and I hear myself. You know what I'm talking about, Tim?
Yeah, who can hear me? Can you hear me, John? Say something, John. I can't hear you, John. Your phone's messing up.
Yeah, his phone just did something weird.
Did you turn your phone up or down, John?
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
I hear you perfect now.
See, I hear you perfect now.
I don't know what it's doing. It's acting crazy.
Just stand right there in that spot, John, kind of like this.
Where are you living at now, Tim? Have you got a good place to live now? And
I'm kind of hanging out, man. I'm in Pineville right now.
Well, I've been asking about you and just wanting to check on you. I know you was going through a tough time there. And
yeah.
I know we like to have a joke and laugh, but you was going through a tough little spot there.
Yeah, man. I tell you, I talked a little bit about that last night with Adam. Adam knows that things have been stressful lately, man, and times have been hard. Not only this coronavirus and all that stuff, but there's a lot of stuff going on, man. It's a stressful time for everybody, man. So, I always appreciate Big Blue Nation's prayers, and it's a few things that are going on that I'll come out of, and I'm sure I will. But there's nothing like the Big Blue Nation support, man, and your support, John and Adam. And,
I try, man. The economy's in a little tight spot right now, and hopefully with these checks that they get in the mail, that I'll get 3,000 out of it, and maybe 4.
Whoa, we're going sizzling.
Make sure everybody watching right there. We'll give you John's phone number here, and later on we'll put it up on the screen so you all can call him.
If you share this video, we'll give you Big John's phone number.
We'll give you his phone number so you can call him and ask him. And I'll tell you what, ladies, he's going to be rolling in the dough here before too long, folks.
Hey,
I'll be getting the stimulus check and tacos.
That's right. That's right. So, Big John is out there to stimulate you. So that's what he's going to do.
That was good. Oh, stimulate your mind with tacos.
Yeah. Well, stimulate something. But anyway, what do you think about Jamal Murray and his 10 seconds of fame?
Hey, buddy. It could happen to anybody. Let me just tell you.
Can it?
But you know what bothers me about it?
Whatever happened to you, Big John?
That's never happened.
I mean, it is Big John. Big John.
Yeah.
Big bad John.
It is.
So,
but what made me kind of weary about the whole deal was when he said that he didn't post that and that wasn't him. When he was backtracking, why don't you just admit the fact that you did it and it got put on there? I mean, that was
what was going on in the video though? I didn't quite catch.
Well, you know what, guys? You can't hold him accountable for it. It was just a real sucky situation. Yeah. So I mean, there's
whoever released that video, they kind of blew it.
They did blow it. They blew it. They blew
the top off the lid on that one.
That's what they did. Yeah, they sure did. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So,
yeah.
Hey,
but
John, looks like we're running out of time, man.
That's fine.
Hey, I want to tell you though, John, it was awesome, man, having you back on here, talking to you, joking around with you, man. I want everybody in the Big Blue Nation to know that. I mean, look, me and Big John's friends. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, no matter what you read, you know what I mean. We're right there, buddy. We got each other's back. We're friends. All three of us are friends. We like talking UK. We love the support, no matter at what venue or whatever outlet it's coming. We love the Big Blue Nation, And you know what I'm saying, John? We're always going to be pretty close, man.
And I'll take you and Adam to Mexican and Fijians, or we'll go to Anderson's Pizzeria and get us some food, even though it's a long trip. That was a long trip, wasn't it?
That was some good food, though.
That was some good pizza, though.
Here's what I'm gonna do, John. I'm gonna put you up on the screen here, and I want you to tell everybody that you're gonna help be a contributor for us now, man. And then we're gonna have you on every once in a while and check in, and we're gonna talk sport. 30 seconds. Go.
I'm going to be a contributor to Wildcat Sports Talk, and I'll be on here a few times, and I'll help out when you need me, and I'll talk college ball, college football, whatever you need me to do. This is a great place to talk sports. I'd recommend it to anybody. Follow them on Twitter, Wildcat Sports Talk. I appreciate y'all having me on. I love the Big Blue Nation. Y'all have always been good to me, and y'all be blessed and go Cats.
There we go.
Go Cats, man.
There we go.
Cats.
Tim, I'm going to give you your 30 seconds of fame. Go.
Hey, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. This has been a special show to me because I got to bring my good buddy Jon Hammons back on. And like always, it was a pleasure. It was a treat. It was funny. I enjoyed it. And, you know, we had Rodney Dent on. I want to thank Rodney for taking time out of his day and joining us. Hey, guys, we appreciate all the love and support. We can't wait till, you know, this stuff gets took care of and we get back to normal. And we're going to be covering some games and doing a lot of special things. But I can't thank you guys enough for your support. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Make sure to share our videos and go Big Blue.
That's right. That's right. So that was awesome having John there on the show. He's off to some other things tonight. So, Tim, that's it for me. Our Final Four is not quite set because if I put Shepherd through, you'll cry. So we'll go ahead and we'll put it up on the page and let the fans vote Shepherd or Anderson. Last night, if you guys watched, I tried to play a couple of games and the police got me. So can't do that. Going to try to do some other things though for you. And I think Rodney Dent's going to help work out some stuff for us as well. So we're all really excited about that. And we'll have that going. So
until next time.
Until next time. That is it, Tim. You have a good night and go Big Blue.